Hello, humans! Welcome to the third episode of the Dyson Sphere program. In this episode, we will continue to make our plan real and get structure matrices. For this purpose, we will need a lot of materials and structures, like chemical plants, planetary logistic systems, interstellar logistic systems. Logistic systems are very important because without them, you will be a cosmic truck driver. So here you can see graphene production. This is very important resource because it's used in various recipes of buildings and the ingredients for them. And the most valuable for us right now is particle container, because it's used in planetary and interstellar logistics station. Of course, there are other graphene uses like new assembling machines, conveyor belts, and the particle collider, which will be required for nuclear energy. Here is a design window for our mech. It will require certain resources in large quantities. These characteristics are more efficient energy consumption, increased weight, and increased health. In order to get best benefits, we will need to min-max it. So for now, we will leave it. And return to our pen, and we go to the Elcor 1 planet that contains a precious metal, titanium, which is very important in our cosmic exploration program and also in our planetary facilities improvements. While we were exterminating Hive on other planets, here you can see that there are 3 bases now, and also we have an achievement. This planet has retrograde rotation. If you are curious what it means, it's when a planet rotates against their orbit direction. Let's make this planet ours and quickly get rid of these hives. For this purpose, we will use wind energy and my favorite turrets, missile. It will be very easy. The only thing we need is being careful, so we won't get caught up in their fires. Now that we have access to geothermal energy, we will increase the numbers of our turrets and make them target space. So while they're on one side of the planet, they still can attack space suppliers of the Hive bases. But it will lead to some not so good results. You'll see later. Isn't it beautiful? So many rockets going against our enemy. The only problem that we'll need to think of is if we run out of missiles. Well, they launch their attack, but it won't be effective, because nothing beats missile types. After destroying spaceship, we just need to clean off ground base and put another geothermal generator and repeat the process for the last third base. Now this planet is fully ours. But I did some mistake. If you put a geothermal generator on the geothermal lane, the spaceship will just fly off. But while we try to destroy it, we generate threat to the space hive, which will launch spacecraft units on our planets. And unfortunately, they launch their attack on our main planet. But at this time I don't know about it, and I just built in defense thinking that they will attack this planet. And when I found out about it, I will need to fly really fast to our planet. Here you can see that some units lie here, but it's just a railway station which we destroyed previously. This is base suppliers, that's how I called them. But that's not the problem. Our base is going under space attack, which I think is not prepared for it, because I don't recall that I have missile turrets. And because of it, I will just take all the turrets from here and try to place them on the attacked planet. Let's race begin! I will need to the ones that will go to the planet first, and my opponent have a big advantage, because I started several minutes later after them. Moreover, my fuel inefficient, and it causes problem because I don't have enough energy to accelerate continuously. As you can see, my energy bar is spending very fast and charging up very slowly. My mistake costed me something. I couldn't make it up in time, and they destroyed some of my facilities. I hope that damage is not very big. Thank you me from the past that left some missile turrets on the planets. And here you can see the problem of not enough fuel, because I couldn't turn, and because of it I landed on the moon of the planet. Fortunately, I could still place missile turrets here in order to fastly defeat our space enemies. And that's how our first space attack was defeated. Fortunately, the damage was not that big, only some logistics were destroyed, which cut off power plants, but it will be fixed. In upper side of the monitor we can see interface which indicates what structures were destroyed, and also it will help us navigate to them. While trying to get off the planet, I was pulled by gravitation of the gas giant and extract one of the treasures of the universe, which is Fire Ice. One of the milestones that we need. While traveling to Elcor 1, I got too close to the hive and they started their attack. Fortunately, their damage was not that big, but if all of them will attack, I think our mech will die in a second. While we were gone, one of the planetary bases was constructed. Fortunately, it wasn't built enough to cause us any trouble, so we just get rid of it and place our Dzhamba generator. And after we started to produce more and more facilities. That produces basic components, which are circuit boards, gears and electromagnetic coils. After finishing constructing all the facilities, I decided to go back to the main planet. But I got curious about the Dark Rock communicator and decided to visit it. When I get closer, it's quite a massive structure with which we can interact, and it also gave us achievement. This building will help us to make Dark Rock more aggressive or less aggressive, which may be useful in the future if we decided to make a farm. Also behind scenes I made a facility that makes particle containers, which were part of the plan to construct interstellar logistics. Also they are used for planetary shields, which I decided to test on the moon of our planet, because there are much excessive energy which is needed to power these planetary shields. It has quite useful interface which will help us indicate what part of the planet is protected by it and how much power it consumes and needs. When it finally reaches minimum energy, it started to generate shoot. Look at this beautiful thing. When we get more efficient power sources, we'll cover our planet with those shields. By quickly getting titanium and some organic crystals, we got our first structure matrix. Hooray! We got 15 milestones so far, 27 to go. Here's organic crystal production, which is required for titanium crystals that is used for structure matrices. I think it will be it for now. And look at this, I found x-axis or y-axis. Actually, it doesn't matter. Here we have 4 lines crossing each other, and with this thing we can make a perfect circle. But now I don't quite understand what I want to do. I think I wanted to make a generator which is looking at each other. But now, look at it. It's a face template. We just need to add eyes and a mouse. I think nose will be looking strange here, so I decided against it. And to make this building more interesting, I added processors on conveyor belts, which symbolizes something. And if you have thoughts about it, you can write it in comment section. I won't tell you what I meant. And now with this beautiful smiley face, I think we can end this here. It's took quite long enough. I missed many things. Sorry and Happy New Year.